watching this video on repeat.
I think I did
VHS.
our grade 4 dance. I did a little dance to this.
Silk pajamas.
Don't make me sound so young. Grade 4.
And we're back. So the next topic is pretty hot in 2018. It was your boy Tristan Thompson, you know, Browntown, Tristan Thompson, excuse me. Got caught cheating on his woman, his lady, Khloe Kardashian. So the theme or the question really is around cheating. Emotional cheating versus physical cheating. One, do you believe in emotional cheating? And two, if you do, is one worse than the other? Who wants to take the first?
All right.
Take the first
Couple
stab.
things. Number one, the reason why there are no statistics anywhere in regards to cheating is because there's no agreed upon consensus in terms of the definition of cheating. Mm-hmm. So for one couple, it might be, you know, sleeping with somebody and having a baby by them. For another couple, it might be having a dirty massage with a happy ending. For another couple, it might be, you know, saving a pet name that was reserved for your partner. You know, so because there's no agreed upon metric of cheating, it's gonna hit everybody in the very most personal way, because your definition of cheating is right there. So number one, we don't understand what, in the context of their relationship, what cheating is. Maybe it's such a high profile topic because there are people in the public eye and there's a level of embarrassment and scrutiny involved, and that could be part of the conversation, something that might not be part of our experiences, because we have a certain amount of anonymity compared to those two individuals. But it all has to do with, it's all relative. Whatever it is that your agreed upon definition of cheating or the metrics of monogamy within the context of your relationship, if it's within that, everything else is fine. But that's an individual question.
Yeah, try convincing your partner of that. You know what I'm saying? That what you said is like, I agree with a lot of what you said. But try being in a relationship, and if my standard of cheating in a relationship is I can fuck whoever I want, but my girlfriend's like, no, like you can't touch nobody, then what's
But you already have a problem. You can't have to.
No, but I'm just using that's an extreme one. That's me being extreme. But I mean, I'm just trying to prove a point. Like sometimes you get into a relationship and you like this person and you don't really fully know who they are, right? Like that happens all the time. So as you grow and you like them more and more, and you start learning their habits, and you realize that shit, like I like this person, but you know, there's a side to them where they don't want to be faithful. I'm actually thinking of one of my girlfriends right now who's in a relationship with a guy who told her from the jump, I'm not into just having one girlfriend. I need at least 2 girlfriends. I'm not monogamous, right? From the jump, day one. She loved him at first because she just came out of her relationship, so she's like, I don't care, I'll just mess around. Now she loves him. Now she's in love with him, and guess what she wants to do? Move in with him, tell him stop fucking other girls, blah, 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 blah. He told her from the jump, this is who I am, right? So but I'm saying, like, we're real people. We had this discussion last time. We're real people, right? We fall in love with who we fall in love with. Situations happen. We're all complicated. So I'm not even getting upset at her for falling in love, right? Yeah. Shit happens. Yeah. What I'm saying though is, like, we get into these situations and we want to, like, the world already tells us, the public society, how we grew up already tells us, if you fuck somebody else, that's cheating. So now the reason, and I'm happy you said embarrassment, the only reason that she won't accept him for who he is because she'll feel embarrassed. Not because of what she actually believes. Like, she will feel embarrassed. Like, letting her friends know that this guy I love so much fucks other girls.
Why does she have to let her friends know?
Because, I mean, you talk to your friends.
But why should she have to let her friends know?
I'm not saying she should announce it to them, but you talk to your friends, and you know what I mean.
Yeah, but I do
like,
think that's a problem, though, because I think we share way too damn much. Right, so that's something she needs to do.
But you need support, though. When you need support, what are you gonna do?
Absolutely, you definitely need support, but you don't need to talk about what your sexual habits are, or behaviors are in your relationship. You don't need to talk to nobody about that.
But
that's one thing. Two, I think you can't get into a relationship and be like, oh, guess what? I think this is cheating, and I think this is cheating, and it's 2 different things. Right. Those are conversations that you have.
I know, but I just gave you an example where that.
No, I'm going back to what you were saying before you talked about your specific friend. Your standards and your expectations are is a conversation you should have prior to getting into a committed relationship, right? So you have to make sure that you're on the same page, you know? So again, for some people, emotional cheating is cheating. Other people, it's not. And how do you define emotional cheating, right? Yeah. And so those are all conversations that grown-ass adults have with other grown-ass adults when they get into
You know what though? I think
Otherwise, you're talking about puppy love and you're going to get your feelings
that
hurt.
sounds too neat. That sounds like I agree with you. Like
How does it sound?
everything you're saying in
It's
theory,
not. It's a hard-ass conversation.
No, but it does. But we don't. My point is that we don't do it. So you say
Right,
let's
so
do
then-
it, but
yeah.
we don't do it. So my
That's
point
the
is like it's just not. It's never that neat, and I don't want to be faulting people for that. Like, yes, we should be adult and have this conversation, but sometimes it just doesn't go like that. I just gave you a
And then
situation
don't
where it
cry
doesn't go
then,
like that.
right?
But
Like,
you have to cry.
See,
you have
no,
to
but
feel
it
because you're
didn't go
emotional.
like that
You're
because he
emotional.
laid his cards. This is my thing. You get into a relationship, put all your shit on the table. This is what I have. This is who I am. This is what I believe. You put what you have. We match it up. We find out what aligns, what doesn't align. We sit here. We hash it out until it does. If we can't align that, why are we wasting each other's time?
Precisely.
He came into the relationship and said, "Bam, I need to fuck other women," and she said, "Okay."
I can change you. I can change you.
No, honey.
I can
But
change
you knew you didn't mean okay.
Yeah.
So she fucked up.
Yeah.
And I don't say that to disrespect your friend.
No,
I
no,
understand
I
love
got
and
you.
feeling
Yeah.
get in the way.
Yeah.
But he did what he was supposed to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So what's your take on
Absolutely.
this?
No, I agree. I think that you should definitely, before you're getting into that level of commitment, lay it out on the line and just have open communication as an adult, because that way you set the right expectations and you're not setting each other up for failure. Because if anything else, you're gonna get into a situation where a year or 2 years go by and then you're in something that you didn't plan for. You thought you were gonna over time that I could change them, or I could the writing's on the wall. People give you clues. They tell you who they are long before.
Yeah.
But you just deny that you because of the emotional component.
Yeah.
You deny who they are,
Yeah.
thinking you can make them your version of what you want them to be.
But can I troll a little bit? Can I play Corey for a second? I'm gonna Corey for a
Wow.
second. I'm gonna Corey for a second. Like, where did these expectations of a relationship come from? Like,
That's
why
wonderful. Yeah, I was gonna talk about
why
that.
is me having sex with another female while I'm in a relationship cheating? Why is that cheating?
Well, there's a few reasons. Number one, safety first.
What if I'm wearing condoms?
Things happen though. Things happen.
I'm just saying.
There's a level of responsibility
Yeah.
when you have a partner, and if that person's gonna be potentially your life partner, there's a level of commitment and respect that comes with that. And so there's an onus of communication that's very important. And if you it's one thing, there's couples that swing and they do all kinds of different stuff, but there's a conversation and dialogue
Yeah.
about that.
Yeah.
If you remove the dialogue
Yeah.
and you're just out here giving false hope,
Yeah.
that's cheating.
Yeah. Cheating is
Or
a lie.
remove the
It's
word,
a lie.
or remove the cheat. It's inauthentic.
Yeah, it's a lie.
And
Yeah, there's
and
no
and
honesty
that
necessarily.
that inauthentic act is what sets you up for problems. So this is how things will happen.
That's real. I agree with that.
So I'm gonna throw the question out there. Do we all believe in emotional cheating?
Yes,
Do we all think that's a thing?
absolutely.
Totally.
Well,
It's
I don't
interesting
think
because when we had our conversation, we did our episode on this,
Yeah.
and we had the conversation about it. We kind of did a lot of back and forth, but one of the things I think either
agreed
you
upon.
or Kurt
Yeah,
said
yeah,
was, what makes emotional cheating is when you want more from that other person,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
I
That
remember saying
and I was like,
But it's not even cheating unless you actually cross the line. I don't think.
But
But what is the
Why?
line?
What
So,
is the
but
line,
wait,
though?
so to back up,
Intimacy.
so we were trying to
No.
we
what's
were
intimacy?
no.
we were trying to define what emotional cheating
physical
is.
intimacy. There's a whole lot of other but the idea was, if I'm sharing, like, I'm having like these goo goo gaga moments, and I'm sharing all my time and dreams and aspirations with this person I'm feeling,
Yeah.
And you're in another relationship.
and I'm in another relationship.
Yeah, but that
and
means
I'm
that
feeling.
there's an emotional disconnect in your relationship.
Well, no, but that doesn't matter, right? Because if if we're not talking about the a nucleus relationship, we're talking about what you're doing outside of that main relationship, right? So let's ignore what's happening at home. But the mere fact that I'm going out there and having these kind of interactions with another person, does that make it cheating? And
No,
we were
'cause it's
talking.
natural. That's normal. You're gonna be fond of somebody based off of time. So it's like if we spend the next 6 weeks every day together, naturally you know me better. I know you better. That's human nature. That's energy. And
Yeah,
so
but
that
what makes
energy.
that's
So
a
I think-
friendship as opposed to emotional cheating. Was like, yo,
Respect.
I want to fuck this person.
No, so
there's a line.
the caveat is
It's the respect that I have for who's at home.
no, so
That's the difference
So the
maker.
caveat that we came up with that makes it cheating, or if you want to use the word emotional cheating, is so me and Ange have a connection. We're hanging out, but now it's more than a connection. Now I actually desire her in a higher sense, and I desire in a higher level. I actually want to be with her. It's not just I enjoy her company.
But that's natural. If you spend a lot of time with someone and you get to know that person, it's inevitable that those emotions are going to be conveyed. That's like setting yourself up.
But it
for failure.
becomes cheating when you realize you have that. This is the thing. Feelings happen. You
Yeah,
cannot
that's
control
natural.
what you feel.
Facts.
What you're responsible for is your reaction to said feelings.
Right.
So
Exactly.
if I'm sitting here with you and I realize I got all these feelings and I'm feeling, and instead of saying, you know what, let me take a step back, I lean in. I'm now cheating because I have reacted to a feeling I know I should not be having on the basis of the relationship I built at home, with a reaction that is not what would be expected of me.
Yeah,
That would
if
hurt
there's
my
an
partner.
act on it. If there's
And
an
that's
act on it.
But it's not the act. It's the fact that now I've acknowledged the feeling and I step forward. I don't step back. I don't put boundaries in place.
Yeah.
That's where the problem comes, because you can't help the feeling. You can't, like, you're right. Feelings are gonna happen. You spend time around somebody. Intimacy is a natural thing. What you do with those feelings, though, is what determines whether or not you cross the line.
There we go.
I look
Nice,
at it
nice,
kind
nice.
of like as an economic thing, right? So what do people want? They want a relationship. What do you want from a relationship? You might want closeness, bonding, somebody to vent to, right? Getting to that emotional side, that's the emotional intimacy. Who do you tell your deep secrets to? That is an intimate bond that comes with a quality type of a certain type of relationship. You might want sex, safe sex. You might want to have that fun, but you also might want procreation. And so all these desires of what you want kind of come to your contract. This is what I want. These are my terms for my contract. Let's negotiate, and when we sign a mutual contract, anybody that violates those expectations, that's called cheating, right?
So back to
And so that's the
defining
game.
what that is in the beginning.
But I feel like nobody does. Like it's cool.
I do that all the
It's
time.
cool, but I think it's cool to talk about it in a conversation. Maybe you guys do this now. But when you're 18, 19, 20,
I did it.
but you're still doing. But hold on a second. But you're still in relationships at those times.
Yeah,
Like, I'm just saying, people get married at 22.
But to counter your point, I've been with my partner for almost 8 years. I was 19 going 20 when I met him, and this conversation happened then. And that conversation has been happening repeatedly as our relationship.
No, I rate that, but that's your personal experience though. That's your personal
But I just
experience.
don't
though.
say that it doesn't happen.
No, what I say
It's in
doesn't.
the
that's just
minority.
me, like talking. Like
He's saying that
in
it's
the
in
minority.
the
I was having those
Communication,
conversations
'cause
when
I've
I was a teenager as well, like
Okay,
dating.
so-
So,
okay,
yeah, when
so
I was
it's
young,
not like I'm not
I was having those
okay.
conversations. I've always.
You guys
had
are
those
telling guys.
So
listen, at 18.
Don't fuck nobody. Yes.
No, but that's not. That's
No, I remember having a conversation. I remember having a conversation with my high school sweetheart, and I was like, I broke up with her, so like I was like, I want to be with other women, right? I felt I was too young to be locked down. So I remember having those real conversations at that time. So
Yeah.
it's not the majority. I'll give you that, but it was very much possible.
I don't even think that anybody in their teens and 20s has any business being in a long-term committed relationship. Because they don't even know what they really want yet.
But it's not necessarily being in a long-term committed a long-term relationship. It's about saying, okay, as I'm engaging with you, this is what my standards are. This is what my expectations are. And if you're, I mean, it's beautiful if you are aware enough to say that and understand that, yeah, they might change, they might evolve and morph, but have that conversation.
okay. So next level now. So they break that. How many, you take them back?
That's an individual.
But all these are individual
Yeah,
questions.
yeah, but it
These
depends
are
on
all
what you want to do.
individual
Are you
questions.
asking
Depends on
us
the
as people?
circumstance.
No, I'm saying what is the standard? Like if you guys are all like hard body, like oh I laid my life out when I talked to my guy on my first date. So they break those rules now. So it's over. You guys are canceling them. Like
I know,
I'm saying like.
I don't show them what to
But
speak
there's
on.
no it's the same thing to me. There's no standard anywhere. That's my
Two
point.
things. Just
But
to
there's
jump
no
back
standard
real quickly
anywhere.
to the teenage love thing. I was actually in a situation like that, and I was with a woman, and we actually joked, and then it turned into a serious conversation about what would happen if we got married. She said, you would actually have to have a mistress. Because she revealed to me that she was borderline asexual. And she's like, unless you had my consent, you wouldn't want to be with anybody else unless I gave you my blessing. Because you're the kind of individual that would hold back, and that would make you unhappy, and I wouldn't want to go out of my way to make you unhappy. That was a very serious conversation I had at a very young age. But in regards to what happens when infidelity does occur, the definition of a successful relationship or just a successful marriage is not being together until one or both of you, die. So it's just a matter of you could have 20, 30 good years, or you could go through phases of life and then grow apart and be like, wow, I'm going to love you forever. It's just a matter of in what capacity. So
Right.
being attached at the hip and saying I love you every single day isn't the metric of a successful relationship.
Yeah.
Cool.
I agree though. I just think we gotta put it out. Like, I just feel like sometimes there's things you could have a conversation about and it all sounds great in conversation, but then when you go enact it in real life, it doesn't go down like that. That's why I said it's neat. That's what I was trying to say. Like, that's literally what all I was trying to say. Like, we could talk about it and it sounds great, but throw yourself into the world when like we meet in these weird situations and feelings happen so oddly, and you're with someone you never thought you would be with, and then boom, all of a sudden now you're with somebody for 2 years and fucked on you twice, but you're still with them. Yeah, you laid it out at the beginning. Like, you see what I'm saying? Like, these things happen to everybody.
It's
So
about politics though, right? People have their position of what they want, and sometimes they don't expose it, or sometimes they don't acknowledge it themselves. So I think that's the game, right? If I'm somebody that, my family is saying, hey, where's your children? And I'm feeling, kind of pressure. If I put that pressure on a partner, that might have them run away.
yeah.
So perhaps in my game of politics, I'm doing things a bit differently. So the honest conversation is great. There's merit to it. It's wonderful to have a contract with all the terms on the table. But of course, it's messy. However, I do think that there are standards based on like human needs and expectations. So I think there are some things that most people would agree that this is cheating, this is not cheating.
Yeah.
But it does get messy when people get selfish.
Yeah,
Alright.
that's that.
Yeah.